These are the top 10 portrait mods of all time. Hey everyone, it's Skippy, and today I'm going to be ranking some of the most downloaded portrait mods for Stardew Valley. Chances are you've probably seen some of these before, but there is quite a variety here, so you may just find one for your next playthrough. Links to all portrait mods are in the description along with the timestamps, so if you want to get spoiled, go there first. Now let's get into it. Number 10, Lili's Portraits by Abyss Beaver. Gives our characters a very realistic style that presents them all with an air of grace and sophistication. Some of the portraits really lean into this, while others draw more resemblance to the vanilla characters. This mod has been updated for 1.6, so the characters do have winter portraits too. I do find the villagers to be quite bright and good looking, but there are a few nitpicks I have for this one, such as Haley being a lot higher up in the window than some of the other villagers. This one does have the entire cast of characters as well, which is a huge bonus. I know I always appreciate a fully immersive portrait mod when I see one, and there is a really nice depth to the shading in these portraits. Number 9, Baechu's Portraits by Wings123123 is another anime-inspired portrait mod that is super detailed in design. The colors are basically sampled from the vanilla portraits, but the style is vastly different, especially for the male characters. This mod also only contains artwork for the romanceables. I do think this one is very artistically good looking with extra emphasis on the facial details. The characters come across as very soft, and I think it fits well with their in-game sprites. It is a drastically different style from the base game, but a lot of these are at times, which gives mods like this a unique appearance to them. The mod author also has a seasonal version too, which is an awesome bonus. Number 8, Fisharia Anime Portraits by Kari. This one focuses on a simple yet elegant look to its design. I actually really enjoy this style, and I think the color palette for most characters not only is spot on with their vanilla portraits, but the way the shading and highlights are blocked together creates a very pleasing image. This, among the others on my list, give a very old school Harvest Moon vibe, and I was surprised with how this one was executed in game. However, there were a few portraits I wasn't a huge fan of, but most of them hit the nail on the head for me. In the main upload, there are no winter portraits, but someone has updated the mod to 1.6, so you can get your faves in the winter outfits too, if this one is your next go-to. Also, before I continue guys, I just want to throw out a quick warning. Some of these portraits, given that they're old, require you to completely replace your original game files, instead of using a mod like Content Patcher or Portraiture to do it for you. So be careful because you might just break the game temporarily, like I did. Whoa, that's not good. Number 7, Variant Anime Portraits by Bunny Hime is a portrait mod for all the main romanceables before adding Shane and Emily. It's created as a variant for the original called Portrait Anime Styled, which has all romanceables and is updated to 1.6. This one has more endorsements though, which is why it made this list. Okay, so this type of thing is going to come up again, so I just want to make a point to say a lot of portrait mods are variants or slightly altered versions of other ones, and this one is a huge one. The original one, which is quite literally mod number 14 ever, uploaded to Nexus for Stardew, has spanned a ton of different versions that you can download. Like, these are so old, after I opened up the game and looked at Abigail, I was like, yup, this is my first portrait mod. Now, in terms of style, we have a very clean anime-styled portrait mod with high saturated colors that match vanilla nearly perfectly. I do think the characters look great, and if you love this type of style, you'll adore number 2 on this list. Number 6, Portraits by LT4823 is our first non-pixel-based mod in this video, and I have to say, even though I don't think it aligns with Stardew Valley's general aesthetic, I really love the style of this mod and how the characters are portrayed. This one is definitely anime-inspired and is giving me some 90s and early 2000s vibe here with the intense eyes across all characters, which I think they all resemble their vanilla counterparts well in this mod. And a slight adjustment to the saturation of their colors is nice, but may not contrast well with their in-game sprites. I think this one will be fantastic if you're using a recolor mod that desaturates some of the colors of the rest of the game. But either way, I think the artwork for this one is stellar, and after using it in game, I actually started to really enjoy all of them. And as an added bonus, this mod does use portraiture, so it's very easy to switch between your favorite portrait mods. Hey everyone, just wanted to say that I appreciate you watching this far into the video. If you're enjoying it, please hit the like button as it helps more people like you find videos like mine. And consider subscribing for more Stardew Valley modded content from me. Thank you. Number 5, BaZhua's Marriable Role Portrait by BaZhua features all of the 12 marriage candidates in a unique anime-inspired style. This mod is quite beautifully made, with each pixel delicately placed, The colors and art style are vastly different from the vanilla portraits, but the one thing that this mod does that most do not is that this one actually incorporates custom character sprites so that they match their portraits in the actual game space, which I think they're all so cute and unique. However, I missed something in the files when I went and downloaded them, so they didn't show up in my game. Oops. If you're not too concerned about giving Mary Lewis a new design, then you should be happy with these bachelors and bachelorettes that are also updated for 1.6 and have winter outfits too. Number 4, DCBurger's High-Res Portrait Mod by Triptan takes all villagers and puts them in unique high-res realistic portraits. I think the entire cast of characters is really well made and very artistically put together. They all match their style consistently, and I don't know why, but some of them are giving me some Full Metal Alchemist vibes, or maybe it's just some type of comic book aesthetic I'm picking up on, I'm not really sure. Anyway, let me know what this mod reminds you of most down in the comments. I'm curious to see what you think. The colors are similar to their vanilla counterparts, but there is a significant shift in saturation and shading highlights that offer a soft glow, which I think fits great for this type of aesthetic. I think this art is super well made, and the characters look fantastic. It has definitely brought something new to the table, and I understand why people love this one. Number 3, Leyaluna's Portraits by Leyalluna takes all of the valley's residents and recreates them in a simple yet enriching style. Honestly, I think this portrait mod is excellent and does a great job at portraying our vanilla characters in a new way. The artwork feels vanilla in color and tones, and when I was using it, I almost didn't feel like I was using a mod. This one is very detailed, even down to the small pixels of Shane's frayed jacket, just like vanilla. This has been updated for 1.6, and there is potential for Stardew Valley expanded portraits in the future. Number 2, Stardew Valley Anime Mods by Oho Davey. Okay, so first I want to say there are quite a few variations of this one floating around. But from what I understand, this is the first rendition of this style of portrait mods. Maybe slightly based off of the other one that we covered earlier. With our lovely pixels again, this one is rich in color and pixel density, especially compared to vanilla. Imagine you're going from 32-bit blocks in Minecraft to 128. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. I think, at least. Anyway, this mod is really cute, and the style is very fitting for Stardew Valley. I would say the characters mostly match their vanilla counterparts, with a few changes here and there that maybe some lean a little further away than others. But overall, I think it's a really beautifully styled mod that includes all the villagers. It's currently partially updated for 1.6 and has different installation methods for your liking. Now, an honorable mention. If you've ever been to Nexus Mods, you're probably wondering, where is the seasonal outfit's slightly cuter aesthetic, Skippy? Well, I was wondering that too, but here's why it isn't directly on this list. On Nexus, it is technically categorized as a characters mod rather than a portraits mod, and that makes a big difference when it comes to how these populate. But because this is such a well-known and loved mod with a lot of characters added and included, such as all of Stardew Valley Expanded and other mods, that significantly alter the character sprites with seasonal outfits and slightly alter the appearance of most villagers, it's going to be listed here, and in my description as well too. Honestly, I don't know where we'd be without this mod. This is my absolute go-to for playing vanilla Stardew Valley with a twist. I love seasonal outfits, and I wouldn't be surprised if this mod inspired Concerned Ape to update 1.6 with vanilla winter outfits. If you've never used it before, it is definitely worth your time. Number 1. Nyapu's Portraits Inspired by Dong by Nyapu is one of the most popular portrait mods out there, even to this date. I am constantly seeing new custom NPCs being stylized in the Nyapu style. As a base mod, it contains all the vanilla villagers and an additional file for Stardew Valley Expanded, which is actually kind of crazy. Plus, the page links all other current mods to match the style that other individuals have made, so it really is a group effort. Personally, I really like these cute portraits as it does match the vibe of the original Harvest Moon games, which breathes nostalgia. The colors are a bit muted, but I enjoy the effect that it gives with the older style. And I found that it worked really well in-game with Stardew Valley's high saturation. With how detailed each of these portraits are, their likeness to vanilla, and the overwhelming support from other mods and creators, I have to say this ranks really high on my list, which is probably why it's number 1. Also want to point out, the mod that this mod is inspired by, Dong's Harvest Moon inspired portraits, which I'm showing you now, you can definitely see the resemblance here, and I have to say I absolutely adore both of these styles. These are definitely two of the best mods to use if you want to get a little nostalgia kick out of your playthrough. Alright everybody, that's all I have for you today. What did you guys think about these portrait mods? Besides maybe some cheats, I'd say portrait mods were some of the first popular mods that people got onto making and enjoying for Stardew Valley. I know I did. Let me know down in the comments which one of these is your favorite, or let me know which one is your favorite if it's not on this list. And if you're interested in new and trending mods for Stardew Valley, click this video here on your screen. I'll see you guys in the next one.